Welcome back. This is the second conversation of the day. Hope you've enjoyed that feature there that was running. Now we want to switch gears and talk about revolutionizing agriculture through technology. How have they come together? For the longest time, we know agriculture, and people have had the perception that agriculture is for the old people, but there's actually money in agriculture. Now that we have technology, it's even better. And we're going to look at what are some of the milestones that innovators have come up with in this space to make it even more efficient for us. For this particular discussion, I have been joined by Henry Mwigai, who is the founder and CEO of M Research. Karibu Sada.
Thank you very much for having me here today. I'm very much delighted to be here. Yes, M Research is basically an agri-tech company that deals with data in agriculture, and all we've done is we have more or less mapped out the Kenyan agricultural ecosystem, and then all that raw data we have more or less combined it and summarized it and created something that is visible to the viewers and to the potential clients, which is the M Intelligence platform, which is live. So it showcases a lot of information about agriculture in the country. That is from events taking place to fundings, how you can get the fundings, where you can get the fundings, when they are available. You can also be able to view how land has been, the land production rate, how it has been, have people stopped farming, have people, bought more land, to build houses or rather to, partake in agriculture itself. We've also have, the crop production rates, livestock production rates, and many more. The platform is one whole big ecosystem that is there.
Truly, it carries the intelligence, because if it has all that information, you've said it's the M Intelligence platform.
Yeah, it's the M Intelligence platform.
Where is it available? How do people get access to it?
It's quite easy. You just log into our website, which is www.mresearch.co.ke. But the M Research, there is a hyphen in between the M and the R. Yeah, the M is supposed to stand for Mkulima Research. I've been a Mkulima myself for the longest time ever.
And you actually told me from primary, like the interest started in primary, like wow.
The interest did start in primary actually. It started when I went to boarding school in class 5. That I can't lie. So during the breaks and the holidays, once we used to get back home, I used to get a few seedlings from our local Agri vet, and then I plant them. Okay. So once I do so, it was only 1 month until schools reopened, so basically they wouldn't have matured to then. So we'll just tell my mother, whatever it is that is in the farm, whatever it is that I had planted, you make sure you harvest it and eat it. So it went on till high school. And then during COVID, I remember I was one of the affected people, actually. So I requested...
You had COVID?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
No, I was, I was in school then. I was still in school. Yeah, I was in high school at the moment. So I was one of the people who were affected. So I requested my father, to give me a portion of land and give. It was a very small, but I made the, maximum profits out of it, because we had skumas, we had dania, we had spinach, we had, all sorts of vegetables. And then now when it came to university, so during my first year break, I did data science. And afterwards, I was like, oh, maybe I can integrate data science and agriculture. Hence, data in agriculture, hence the name M Research.
Okay, yeah. Very, very profound. And what year are you in school? Because I have people who are really shocked like that. Like COVID was just the other year.
Yeah, COVID was just the other year.
You're in high school. What year are you in?
I'm in my 4th year.
4th year now?
Yeah, 4th year, but I'm finishing my tuition in April, although graduation is set till October.
Wow.
Yeah, at the Catholic University of Eastern Africa.
So you've been able to do so much, still at a young age. It's pressure, but it should be encouraging to everyone out there that you don't need to get to 30 for you to have some serious stuff going on, like, the platform that you've just created. You can be innovative and you can start from where. When we are offline, you were saying that if you want to do that vlog, start it.
Yeah, just start it. There is never a perfect time, because also in life, when you happen to plan for your life and maybe you're saying by 30 I'll be somewhere, No, not really. Mother Nature really takes its course. So if you want to do something, I believe you just have to start it. Like with the little resources that you might have, or with the many resources that you might have, you just do whatever it is that you want to do. And then it's not pressure if it's your passion. If it's something that you love, it can't be pressure. It will never be pressure. Yeah.
So the passion really just gets to drive you. You just get to do it,
Yeah,
and you love it.
Yeah, you get to do it. You get to do it. You know. Yeah, you just get to do it. It's you know, you really love agriculture and you want to do research. For example, my case. So I just find myself, you know, scrolling through, you know, the major data sets, you know, seeing how agriculture is performing, maybe trying to get insights, you know, creating dashboards, creating insights to share to, you know, the potential people and such and such.
Okay. So was it while you studied data? You said data analytics?
Data science.
Data science. So while you studied data science, was for you to make an impact in the agricultural sector, or were you just going out of curiosity and you just wanted to expand your knowledge?
At first it was expanding my knowledge. I wanted to add something to whatever it is that I was doing. But then as I was completing my course in data science, I was like, you know, maybe I can integrate, you know, data and agriculture, because actually, to be honest, I have a very supportive big sister. So what happened is she used to send me a lot of things through LinkedIn, you know, in terms of data, in terms of agriculture, and then I would look at them. And then so when I was almost completing my course in data, I was like, oh, maybe I can integrate the both of them. Yeah, and that's how it came to be.
Okay, for you to put all this together, to have the platform, did you get a team? Did you do it yourself? How was it? Take us through that.
We actually comprise of 3 people. There is Victoria, she's my sister, and then there is another guy called Joshua Gumbau. He's our tech guru. Actually, he was the one behind you know, the platform itself. He owns a software company called Techfinity Softwares. So he was the guy behind you know, the whole platform, the whole thing. So my work was to look for the data, you know, to map out the agricultural ecosystem, and then, you know, create a clean data set that he would work with now to create the platform. But we did it together. We were the 3 of us. You know, it took months actually. It wasn't a one-day thing, because creating the platform actually was a last year but one project. We started it last year December, and no, last year but one. Sorry, that was in 2023. And the first live that we had was in September last year, 2024. So you see, that's almost a year. Yeah, from collecting the data sets, you know, cleaning them, creating the platform, running it, you know, looking for bugs. You see an issue, you're trying to fix it, and then when we had like something that was now workable with and you know, open to the public, that was in September last year.
Wow, that's it's incredible. How did you get this data? For some, you know, innovators, they say access to data is a challenge in Kenya, especially for those that want to develop, you know, softwares, come up with, you know, applications and all that. So data, they say it's a problem, but for you it was easy.
No, not really. It was a combination of both. There was primary sources of data, and we also have, you know, the other kinds of sources of data. So there's some that we had to outsource the data, that is in terms of land and how it was performing. But when you come to stuff like investments, things to do with, you know, the events, things to do with the showcases, that was, you know, primary. We had to like go to our books, search, you know, create questionnaires, clean the data.
Okay, so there was collection of data just by yourself, and you also got the other types of data, secondary data, and it all came together to this platform. Yes. I'm looking at your core areas of focus, and I'm seeing Research Insights, where you collect, analyze, and publish agricultural research findings to inform stakeholders. So is this an ongoing process, even as you have the platform already? Is it something that you keep updating? Yes,
it's something that we keep on updating. What happens is the insights are there, you know, to at least let people know whatever it is that is happening in agriculture in the country. Just like how, you know, the news media, you know, they upload, you know, sections of the news, you know, once in a while. So we have sorry.
Thank you.
We have tailored, KPIs that we have to meet. So what happens is maybe this week we try and look at things to do with women in agriculture in the country. So we research on that and then we create insights about them and we upload them for the people to get to know whatever it is that is happening. So the insights, they occur weekly. Yeah.
Okay, very, very profound. So people are always up to date with what's happening in the industry, what's new, and they can make decisions based on this.
Exactly, but most of our information we do so we post it on the platform and also through our social media platforms, social media handles actually. But mostly we are really active on LinkedIn and Twitter. That's where most of the people are.
Then LinkedIn, the serious platforms. Okay, I'm also seeing you have dashboards and reports where you create interactive dashboards and detailed reports to visualize trends and provide actionable insights. So this is really the visualization bit of it.
Yeah, that's the visualization bit of it.
Okay, and then there's Agri events and showcase where you highlight key agricultural events and innovations.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Okay, so when we were building the platform, actually, we were actually 75% done, and then I thought, how about to make it a little bit more exciting? And we kept, I decided to put in a tab whereby you as a farmer or an agribusiness or an investor, you can log into the platform, you can request for a showcase for your product, and from there you can be able to see whatever it is. The viewers and the people who have subscribed, who are in the platform, can be able to see whatever it is that you do. Actually, it's a very fun and interactive thing, because you might be a cashew nut, farmer, or maybe a cashew nut seller, and you'd want your produce to be, a bit public. So you request for showcase about what you do. It's there on the platform, and then on the back end we receive it, we process it, and then we display it for the people to see it. Yeah, and then for the events is, if you're an event person and you really love agriculture and you want to know where the next agricultural event is, you can do so through our platform, and you can also be able to sign in through and register through the platform.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's providing a space where people in the agricultural business can market their product.
Exactly.
And make it more visible for people to understand it, to know it, so it creates visibility. And I just want to take a viewer again through what you already have, and you have said it. So there's M Intelligence. It's a data-driven platform dedicated to transforming the agricultural landscape in Kenya. By leveraging research, insights, and technology, you provide farmers, agribusinesses, policymakers, and other stakeholders with the crucial data to make informed decisions. Then your focus spans across various areas, including digital tools, adoption, climate change impacts, finding opportunities, and showcasing innovations in the agricultural sector. So this is quite profound. And have you been able to engage with policymakers? I do want to find that out from you in just a few, but I also want to know, apart from policymakers, how much is the platform? How much is it for you to subscribe to this, for one to subscribe to this platform, so that they can showcase what they have? So maybe let's start with this before we go to the policymakers. For you as a business person who wants to make their product known, how do you, how much do you subscribe to this platform?
It's actually quite very much easy. So for you to showcase your product, we do not charge, because we want you to have your product out there in the market, for people to see it, to explore it. It's a way of supporting the local farmers and the local people. Yeah, but in terms of engaging with policymakers and our platform being used, we recently partnered with KEFAS, which is Kenya Forum for Agricultural Advisory. They are an independent body under the Ministry of Agriculture. They deal with creating policies and rules that govern the agricultural ecosystem, and through our platform they've been able to know what is quite really very much happening, and being able to, you know, set the rules and the regulations depending on their needs and how they want it.
Okay,
Yeah.
quite profound. What about the funding opportunities that you also, which is also part of this, because you track and share funding options for farmers?
Yeah. So yeah, the tracking and sharing for funding, what happens is, you know, we have the private investors who really want to come into the Kenyan ecosystem, and maybe they want to know whatever it is that is happening and how it is happening. So we track that. We track how money is flowing in and out, you know, into the agribusinesses, into the startups, into the VCs themselves. We also allow, or we also showcase a few, you know, funding and applying opportunities. So we shortlist them there, and we, you know, summarize them and have them there into the platform. So maybe if you're a startup owner and you're looking for your next funding, once you log into the platform, you can be able to, you know, go through a list of the VCs or the banks or the circles or the NGOs who are willing to, you know, offer you the loans, or even maybe the funding in exchange for equity, and you can choose according to your preference. It's very much easy. As long as you've just signed into the platform, whatever information that you need is there. But before we continue, the information that is in the platform is the summarized one. So if you want the large and the raw data sets, now that's when you contact our teams. Yeah.
Okay, because I wanted to know how you are sustaining your business yourself. So is it now when they need more information, data, now they have to pay for something?
Yeah, exactly. There is a premium version. Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And you know, you are really helping farmers through this. Now, how digital savvy are the farmers for them to access such information? Are they able, especially those that are in the rural setup, are they able to even access the internet to know that there's this platform where I can get information on funding and all that?
Oh, well, that has been quite an issue actually, because also when it comes to, you know, farmer engagement, it really is tedious, you know, getting from one farmer to another farmer to another farmer, you know, telling them about this. It's really, you know, tiresome. So what we do is, at the moment, we do not work with the farmers directly. We work with the organizations that you know, work with the farmers themselves. So we provide them with the insights that they need, so that now they can go and share with the farmers themselves. Exactly.
So what type of organizations are this that work with the farmers? Is it the people, the brokers? Who exactly are the people that work with farmers?
It's mostly the SMEs, small and micro enterprises, that, you know, they work with the, maybe, or even the women-led organizations. So what happens is that the SMEs, you know, they work directly and hand in hand with the farmers themselves. And with that now, they might want to, for example, you know, participate in a certain project. For example, let's say fish, you know, rearing, and they have a group of farmers in a place like Embu, and they are looking for data, you know, or for information about fish rearing. So now that's when we provide them with that kind of information. We also offer, you know, market analysis, and offer you with market options for your produce also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it's mostly the SMEs, the ones who are directly interacting with the farmers.
Exactly.
You've also mentioned that among the other things that you focus on are the digital tools adoption. Tell us a little bit about that.
With the digital tools adoption, that is comes to our other services. We also have other services actually that we render, from you know, precision agriculture to data collection, data analysis, you know, supply chain management. So with the digital tools, what happens is, same cases how I've explained to you with the farmers. So the SMEs who, you know, want to dwell on a certain project, and maybe they are looking for, you know, essentials to make agriculture more efficient, you know, you spend less, use less, but, you know, reap out more. That's where now the digital tools come in. So we offer you with solutions and connect you with the potential people who can give you the digital tools themselves. Exactly.
Okay, how did you do all that? How did you just come up with all this and made it so efficient?
It's a matter of planning, but it's not a one-day thing. That I'm very sure.
That you can attest to.
That I can attest to. It's not a one-day thing, and you know, it's innovation. Just as you stated, you know, one day you have this idea, you implement it, you try it out, you test it out, you see, yeah, it's working. So why don't we like take it on fully, just like that, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's growth with time. It's growth with time. So because by the time I came to settle with the name M Research, I had a lot of names back then. I remember there was Mkulima Farms, there was M Farms, and then there was so many names. But you know, when I came to settle with M Research, I was like, yeah, okay, that's exactly. So it's a matter of, you know, day 1, day 2, day 3, you have a simple idea, you write it down. By the noting down your problem is solving it halfway.
Noting down your problem.
Yeah, it's solving it halfway. So same case as an idea. Once you have an idea and then you write it down, and then you brainstorm on it, by 2 weeks, it won't be the same idea. The foundation will be the same, but you know, the blocks will be very different. Exactly. So that's how it came to be. Yeah.
Okay, profound. What about your focus on climate change, which you've also indicated here?
Yeah, exactly. So now that's where now the M Intelligence platform itself comes in. So whatever it is that is there, all sorts of data, more so actually in terms of livestock production, livestock crop and land growth rates, and also analysis. So with that, our clients, or maybe our investors, you know, and our agricultural, you know, farmers and the agribusinesses through the platform, we can be able to make informed decisions that will help agriculture grow. Exactly.
Okay, great. So this will help us even as a country, because now we have knowledge on how best to do agriculture, you know, how best to practice agriculture, what areas, you know, how the climate is and all that. So it will boost the agricultural sector and boost the economy at large. Quite great, profound. And now, what are some of the impacts that you've been able to achieve since you set up in 2024 September?
Well, we set up in 2023 February.
Oh, and that you launched in 2024 September.
Well, the M Intelligence platform is one of our products. It's that now it's our major product. It's what we are focusing on with at the moment. So we set up in February 2023. And then I started on brainstorming about, you know, how to make the data visible to the people. So that's when I started thinking about maybe an intelligence platform, or maybe just a platform like how you log into Instagram and, you know, Twitter, and you read any kind of news that you want. So I decided maybe I can do that, but now for agriculture. So some of the impacts that we have made so far is we have worked with policymakers. We have worked with other organizations to help improve agriculture, actually. And it has been really, it has been an exciting journey, actually. It has been one of the best, because, you know, it's something that you've been really wanting to do, and you know, somebody feels very happy when you see something that you have created, you know, helping the community and helping the nation at large.
Must be very satisfactory, you know.
You know, you sleep with a smile on your face, but then you also have to think about tomorrow.
Okay, but I mean, tomorrow has to be good, because such an innovation is something that is sustainable, right? Something that will still be needed. And you were talking about agriculture, you know, everybody will need food, you know, no matter what we do, no matter how bad things become, we'll still need food at the end of the day.
I go with that policy. I go with the policy of with the clothes that we are wearing at the moment, you know, once you're through, or maybe once your day ends, you just go take them to the washing machine, get them tomorrow, or maybe another day, and you can do so. But with food, you have to keep on looking. And then what has happened is the population has been growing rapidly. That means they have to look for places to live. That means land, most of the land that has been there has been sold for commercial and residential purposes. So with agriculture, once you try and help them out, try and help the farmers who are there, to know what to do and how to do it, it will be very nice.
Okay, great. And now I'm also looking at some of the other achievements that you've not mentioned. You've written actively engaged on social media and data with Henry to share valuable agricultural data. So this is a different platform from.
No, it's not a different platform. Data with Henry is something that we have recently created. It's where we'll be having a weekly, or maybe every week we'll be posting on our social medias and on our YouTube channel, where we'll be discussing, about trends in agriculture. Maybe, for example, we'll be looking at women in agriculture, and then we analyze it, and then we create a video about it and talk about it and how the trend has been, how it's going, and how it might go, and so and so. So that is what we'll be doing. Okay,
so people will be up to date. So it's also a content creation.
It's more of a content creation thing
platform.
Also. Yeah. Instead of having, we are trying to create multiple ways in which the people can have access to the data. So that is one of them.
Okay, I think that would be easily digestible for everyone. Exactly. Not that this other one isn't, but for general knowledge for people to really just be up to date with what's happening and all. Quite impressive. There's also creative interactive dashboards on climate change and digital tools adoption. I think you've mentioned that already. Built a great network of researchers, farmers, agribusinesses, and policymakers using your insights. So now you have a network, right?
Yeah, so actually in the platform, once you log into the platform, we have a directory that has, I would want to say 100%, but not really. It's 90% of all companies, organizations, governmental, private, that are dealing in agriculture, and in different counties. So if you're an investor and you maybe want to look at agricultural, businesses in a county like Nakuru, you can do so through the platform. Actually, you can be able to access the database. You can be able to look for whoever it is that you want to work with. Maybe you're looking for somebody who works with solar panels. You can be able to get them through our platform. Maybe you're looking for a person who deals with seedlings like Simlo. You can also be able to get them through our platform. Exactly.
Okay, so you've brought it all together. You made it easier.
Yeah, exactly. That's the essence of the platform. Bridging the gap. Squeezing in everything to one manageable thing.
Okay.
Exactly.
Now I understand where they say data is the new oil, because once you have all this information, now it makes it more, how do I put it? It's what people want. People are able to make money out of the data you've consolidated. Exactly. And what do you have to say about this, even for people not in the agricultural sector, but other innovators in different areas? How important is data?
Data is very important because with data you can be able to know who your clients are, what it is that you are planning on working on. You can be able to make an analysis maybe of the tools that you want to use. Maybe let's say you are in finance and you want to know how finance is, and you want to create or innovate something that is helpful to the financial sector. So you have to look for the data first. You have to study the financial ecosystem, how it is. So with data, actually, it's the foundation of everything. It's literally because for somebody to have a mathematics book on your desk, there has to be a scholar who researched on the mathematics and compiled it to something tangible for the students to learn about. Exactly.
Okay. Looking at partnerships and collaborations, who have you been able, are there specific people that you've been able to partner with, and you'd say it has been a successful partnership?
Yes, there are, okay, most of the people that we've worked with have been individual people, but when it comes to partnerships, we have had Techfinity Softwares. So those are the guys who are behind the platform, Joshua himself. And then also we've partnered, the major one has been with KEFAS, the one that I've just mentioned, Kenya Agricultural Forum for Advisory Services.
Yes.
And it has been really impactful to them and to us also, because we've also managed to, view agriculture in a different way apart from the data part itself only. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, great. How are you seeing this sector evolving to from where you're seated and from what you have? How do you see it evolve?
With agriculture, it's agriculture actually is a very, 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 very broad area, because there is financing in agriculture, there is farming itself, there is manufacturing in agriculture. So it depends, but what there has been is that with farming, most of the farmers actually have stopped farming. For example, back when we were young, I remember our mothers used to have a small garden. It had the nyanyas, the onions, the danias and the hohos. But time forward, at the moment right now, they ain't. All those things, you have to still go for them at the market.
Yeah.
So farming has more or less stopped to become something that is domestic, something that has been, integrated by everybody, but it has more or less started to become more commercial, because now you've just found only in a certain constituency you have maybe like only 15 farmers who have maybe decided to plant tomatoes in a large scale. Exactly. So it's going into a commercial, path, but with the government with hand and the policies that they have been trying to, put there, I believe it will go back to the roots.
Okay. So it should go back to the roots.
It has to, because I believe in farming for your own food. It's,
just have your own garden outside, just have your greens, pick your greens, cook it.
Exactly. When the only essence that you want to go to the market to is maybe to pick something that you haven't managed to grow, and that would be, I think that would be, a tick in life if you happen to be there.
To get to that point.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. And what is the importance of now the digital transformation, the link now between agriculture and technology?
Well, everything evolves from human to agriculture to financing. So with agriculture, and how climate has been, you tend to notice that there have been difference in seasons of planting and harvesting and all, and then with the climate change, there have also been, new breeds or new varieties of seedlings or whatever it is that you have to plant or whatever it is that you have to work on as an agriculture. So the essence of, the digital tools is to help, help somebody, adapt to the new forms of farming, because the type of maize seedling that you would have planted back in 2009, it's not the same as now, because there have been scientists and there have been, people who have researched on better crops, better species, and that's the essence.
Okay. And is the government doing enough to get us to this place? Is the private sector doing enough to get us to this place? Kenya's doing enough to get us to that place?
It is actually through the help of CALRO, Kenya Agricultural Research and Learning Institute. It has been making quite impactful, sections in agriculture itself, and it's really amazing into what they have been doing, because they have been producing different types of varieties to offer to the farmers, and when it comes to collecting the produce, it has been quite big and nice.
Okay, great. Finally, on your end, what is the future of M Research and now your main product, intelligence?
So our future at the moment, we would want to scale our geographical area, and soon we would want to cover the entire East African ecosystem. But we would want to start with East Africa itself, that is covering Tanzania and Uganda, and then create a platform that now suits the East African community. Exactly. So those are one of the major milestones that we would want to, have reached. And also we would want to dwell a little bit into software development.
Okay.
Exactly.
So you personally
Yeah.
get into software development, you want to get into it personally or as a company?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, both. It will be really nice.
Great. I mean, you cannot dream enough. So if your dream does not scare you, you're not dreaming enough.
Yeah.
I mean, so go out and get it. But I'll allow him to give you his final remarks. If you have a word for an innovator out there, someone who wants to start something and they're second guessing themselves, maybe you can give them a word, as you also share with us your social media platforms for your business. If anyone wants to get access to any of this information and to interact with the platform.
It's okay.
This is your camera.
Yeah, that's my camera. So for any innovator out there, most of the youths, if you have a project or an idea that you want to implement and you don't know how to start, I believe, first of all, note it down. That really helps. And then from there, just do it. Literally just start it. You don't have to wait for the perfect time so that you can be an influencer or a vlogger. You don't have to wait so that you can acquire funds to buy that Sony camera. You can just start with your phone, and then it's always a matter of consistency, and the graph changes. It's always a matter of consistency. Just do it. When you start today, don't procrastinate. Don't do it today. You post, do it tomorrow, and then let me wait kidogo, I'll do that thing next week. You won't. Just
keep it.
Exactly. Consistency is the key. Nothing else.
Okay.
And be disciplined also.
Okay, so consistency, be disciplined, and just start it. Just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah, and I think that has been the message from yesterday from the interviews, just start. And I love it. Thank you very much, Henry, for coming on board and sharing this amazing insights from what you're already doing. And I'm sure you've inspired many out here.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. So we have been talking to Henry Muigai, who is the CEO and founder of M Research, and they've created such a great platform that are enabling the agricultural sector in Kenya. We have M Intelligence for that, and you can go and interact with it and see how you can benefit from that yourself or empower a farmer or an SME who wants to, who's working with farmers around you. So we're going to take a short break and then we'll be right back. I read some of the comments that you have responded to us on the question we asked you for the day. So we'll be right back.